Why are we kinder to strangers on the street than we are to the people we love and live with? Why does the flower boy get the best of us and then our partners and kids get the least mature parts of us? Can't we be polite in our own homes? The honest answer is, well, we can be sometimes, but sometimes not, and often harder. There are layers to this that I want to talk about. First of all, here's my message. Folks, we can do better. We can do better. We can make a concerted effort to treat the people we go to bed with and wake up with, the kids who love us even though they can be a pain in the ass, family, friends. We can be on good behavior at home, but we have to work at it. That's a bitter pill. It goes against thousands of years of familiarity. I'm at home. I get to be myself. I can't tell you as a couples therapist how many times I hear this. I want to be myself. Really? Why? I call this the Popeye defense. Many of you are too young for that, but the cartoon character Popeye used to say, I am what I am. I ain't changing for nobody. My partner's trying to change who I am. Yeah, they are. Why don't you listen? It's okay to rise to the occasion. We do it at work. We do it on the street. We do it for the goddamn cab driver, but we don't do it at home. And partly that's sheer entitlement. It used to be just men, and now it's spread out. The breadwinner, this is the 50s model, Mad Men, comes home, little wifey's waiting with slippers and a pipe and a martini. Oh dear, you've fought dragons all day. Let me soothe you and cook for you and relax you and get you out next morning to go fight dragons for all of us again. That was fine 50, 60 years ago when there was one breadwinner and the other partner was there to stabilize everybody and everything, including the breadwinner, to get them out to work at the highest level because the rest of us all depended on how well you did. But now there are two breadwinners. I like to say in today's world, everybody should have a wife and no one should be one. Maybe we'll get, robots in a decade or two. We're both burnt out. We're both fighting dragons. And here are these kids and bills and a little self-care and sex. Oh my God, when, how? It's really stressful. But we were raised with this idea of I come home and I get to relax and be myself. I work particularly with men on this because it's about 1,000 years worth of entitlement. Here's what I say. You go off and you work 40, 50, 60 hours. You come home, you don't want to bring your family what my pal Esther Perel calls the leftovers. If you're out there on your toes all day, you come home to your tired, beleaguered family, and guess what? You have to be on your toes at home. What's needed here? How can I help? This is what I call, particularly for men, learning to be a family man. And there's a beauty in that, learning to stretch. It's good for us. It's good for our souls. It will make us healthier and happier to stretch. There's more to us than just the breadwinner role. This is a big change in our lives. Learning to be a family man. I'd love to tell this story, true story. My kids are in their 30s now. When they were babies, it's like 3 a.m. and I get a boom, 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 boom from Belinda. And one of the kids is crying, they need a bottle, go feed the kid. And I go, honey, I know that you've woken up, and Belinda had a full practice. She worked as a therapist, but I was an author. I was a lecturer. I know you've woken up the last 3 nights with the kids, but I've got the Harvard Couples Conference tomorrow. I'm going to be speaking to 1,000 therapists. I got to be on my toes, honey. Do it tonight, and I'll do it for the rest of the weekend, but I got to perform. And Belinda said one phrase that I've been saying to guys ever since that changed my life. It truly changed my life. Here's the phrase. Ready? Give your lecture tired. Go feed the kid. And I did. And that's learning to be a family man or woman or whatever, all gender. You rise up out of yourself and you give. That is not native for many of us. I gave at the office. At home, at least I'm left alone, if not curried to and serviced. Those days are gone. So partly why we're not on our toes at home is because we've inherited a cultural entitlement to not have to work that hard. Those days are gone. You want smooth sailing, you're going to have to work at it. Another cultural trope is that we should just be spontaneous. Whereas learning relational skill is learning to be artful, thoughtful, disciplined. You come home and your partner's upset with you about something. Door A. Well, I'm upset with you about. Well, honey, I don't want to hear this now. Well, yeah, you have to understand some move. Here's door B. I'm sorry you're upset, honey. Tell me about it. Is there something I could do to help out? That's artful. That's not natural. Natural is to punch back or defend yourself or avoid it or, honey, that's spontaneous. We talk about second consciousness, first consciousness, prefrontal cortex, not the smartest part of us. Subcortical, fight, flight, fawn, knee jerk. Take a breath, take a moment. I'm a fighter, Belinda's a fighter. We both come from violent backgrounds. She comes at me with annoyance and anger. Boom, take a breath. Sorry you're upset, honey. Tell me what's going on. Okay, what can I do? I go from up to down. I yield. I open my heart. I open my ears. If you're used to riding in the entitled, angry one-up, take a breath, soften up, listen, yield, give, come down. If you're used to scurrying about, up-regulating, don't set daddy off, afraid to confront anybody about anything, even when you're being treated poorly or you watch your kids being treated poorly, find your courage, lean in, find a way to take it on. This is hard. This is not easy. This is moving beyond our first instincts. It's counterintuitive. For those of us who are one down, it's frightening to lean in and take our partner on. For those of us who are used to the one up, it's sort of not standing up for yourself, to open up and listen to your partner and try to be more giving. So why do we give ourselves permission to be less mature, less civilized, less on our toes, less disciplined? Partly because we've been taught that we don't have to. A good family, you just relax and be yourself. Not in this world. There are skills. There is a relationship technology that is ours to be mastered and learned. What I'm here to tell you today is it's in your interest to learn them. Happy spouse, happy house. It's not about who wins and who loses. It's about we love each other, we trigger the hell out of each other, old wounds from our childhood inevitably resurface. Take a breath, take a break. I'm fond of saying it isn't what you do, it's what you do after you do what you do. Everybody gets to get crazy, but then what? Repair. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to learn and work at it. If you found this helpful, subscribe to this channel. There's plenty more where this came from. Best of luck to you.